Oh, what a bum. Damn. What a bum. Why do you guys even look at me? Just laugh at the fat, mental, bald guy. See, kids, that's what you're going to be at if you don't go to school. God, I got 2 master's degrees. It didn't help me any. Anyway, Sir David the Bard. I'm coming to you from Malibu Beach. This is one of my favorite spots. I grew up in Ojai, California, and I was by Ventura and Port Hueneme and Miami. The Malibu was just down the road there, and the lifeguards are nice and movie stars everywhere. I just saw Elvis. He's back. And Michael Jackson was holding hands with him. I don't know if it's a gay marriage. I don't know. Anyway, I've got kind of a touchy story. Now, being mentally ill, I see humor in almost all things. Now, the thing I don't see humor in, I never have, bullying for one thing, and child abuse, and even adult abuse. When someone's innocent and being harmed by another person to be vindictive. But anyway, I had a you're gonna hate me, especially Allison, not my girl Allison. One of my viewers, Allison, is a dog lover, and I'm telling you right now, Allison, turn this video off. You're not gonna find this one funny. But I did. I was in high school, and of course, I still am. I'm Joseph Smith, you know. Those high school girls... No, anyway. I was in high school, and I had a little girlfriend. What was her name? Montel. And I've always been faithful. I was married a virgin. But these hands are not virgin. This one got a trophy in high school. Anyway, her father, Jed, was a cool guy. He was a member of the Mormon church there in Ojai, and our family was, and Jed had a beautiful mansion up on the hill, and I think he had 9 kids. And one day he caught me, one evening, he caught me climbing the terrace, and where the plants grow on the wood, whatever you call it, and I was climbing up to Montel's room. Jed comes out and goes, "David, Bard, get the hell off of there." I got down. I must have jumped 50 feet and ran like hell. I says, "It's not David. It's Jimmy Olsen." He knew who the hell I was. Anyway, Jed was a good guy, and he was a good father. And he had a dog. Now, Allison, turn it off. Because the Bard, I like dogs. I do. And you know, I'm not too bad with cats. I've been really good with pussycats all my life. And I like pussycats. Anyway, Jed was a good man. And one night, he tied the dog to the bumper of his truck. That in and of itself is not funny. That even the Bard doesn't think that's funny. Well, he always brought Montel down the hill to seminary. Of course, I was at seminary waiting for her. This hand was waiting for her too. Anyway, he drives her down to seminary the next morning, and by damn, he forgot to untie the dog. Now, I don't know why. I'm mentally ill. I'm just mentally ill, folks, and you're going to have to turn it off. I don't know how fast that dog could run, but it wasn't 40 miles an hour. Now, it's sad. It's sad, but to me it's also funny, because this is an unusual event, and when he got to the church, now, I'm trying to control myself. Because I was so young and I was immature. Now I have wisdom and I'm mature. But I'd never seen a dog dragged a half a mile. There wasn't much of a dog left there. There was a leash and some steak meat, and that was it. That was it. Okay, now, I'm done with the story. I hope Allison never watched this because she'll just shit on me with comments. I had a wonderful dog, King. He was a husky from Alaska. And I love that dog. That dog and me were just really close. And I've never had a pussy that close to me. Well, I take that back. I mean a pussy cat. Anyway. Now, here's my link. And again, it's not funny. It's not funny. I mean, I have degrees in social work, child development, family relations. So I take it serious. But I find the overall article hilarious because it's in Salt Lake City, the home of the Mormons. You're not going to see this in any other city in the world, including Afghanistan. Now, here's a father, and I guess the mom put him in charge of the 4-year-old boy for the day. And the father said, you know, I want to be out with my friend Stinky. We want to smoke pot. She says, you're not smoking pot, you're watching the 4-year-old. He says, screw you. I can do both. Well, he did do both. This guy was so stoned out of his mind, there's no way he should have been around a 4-year-old. And the 4-year-old ought to be taken away from him. He has no father sense, none. So he puts a leash. Now, they say it's a backpack leash. I don't know if that's a leash, a backpack for a dog that doesn't go around the neck. I don't know. But anyway, he puts a leash on the little boy. Now, I've seen mothers in stores with leashes on kids so kids don't get away. I don't have a big problem with that. It's a little weird to me, but hell, I've seen kids take a tumble down a staircase or an escalator, and as long as they're not yanking them. Well, Daddy decided to smoke with his friend pot. My lips are chapped. Out in public in Salt Lake City. Now, did the Mormons say anything or do anything? No, it's not their kid, so they go, screw it, you know. That guy doesn't even look like a Mormon. I'm not going to help him. That's the shunning of the Mormons. So anyway, he has to cross a 6-lane highway with Boo-Boo on a leash. Well, these two adults are running like hell to miss the cars, and it's like the dog. The kid couldn't run that fast. Well, the kid went down, just like the dog went down. And unlike my friend Jed did not know he was dragging a dog. This father knew he was dragging a little boy. So he dragged the kid across the asphalt, a couple of lanes, and then into a bunch of wood chips. It gets worse. It gets worse. And he wanted the child to be safe. So he tied the boy to a tree in public. Wrapped him up on a tree. Well, I don't know if the police showed up or who knows, God, Joseph Smith, Satan, I don't know who showed up. But somebody caught this bastard, and he should be caught, and he should be punished with a felony for abusing a child like that. But anyway, I have to tell you, my mom never tied me to a tree, even though she wanted to her whole life. She wanted a tree that was moving. Had been cut down in Washington, and I'd be dragging behind the truck carrying the tree tied to it. When I was about 6 or 7, my brother, the Filipino fool, we used to fight a lot. And because I'm bigger and I'm more intelligent, I used to beat his ass all the time. And Mom felt sorry for him. I feel sorry for him today because I think he was brain damaged. In fact, I think he's adopted. I do not think genetically we're anywhere near linked. Anyway, my mom told me to quit kicking his ass. I said to my mom, up your ass. So she's, no, not up my ass, up your ass. So she put me in the car. And she took this little suitcase. It was only like 12 inches by 12 inches. And she put my clothes in it. I thought, she's faking. I've been down this rodeo before. She's faking. Well, she started the car, which she never did before, and I go, holy shit, now the car started. Maybe she was going to try to scare me more. Well, she drove me around like I was kidnapped. I was not, god dang, what's his name? Anyway, she drove me around some strange neighborhoods and went round and round, so I was confused. I had no idea where I was. And she stopped, and she said, get out. I said, you're shitting me. That's the way I talked when I was 7 years old. I'm not shitting you. Get out of the car. We don't want you anymore. Well, I never wanted you guys. I'm getting out. So I said, you're not going to scare me. I'm getting out. I'm 7 years old. Damn. That's abuse. That's abuse. So I got out with my little suitcase, and I thought, she ain't going to drive away. I know. And there goes the car, and I see nothing but red taillights. Now I'm standing on the sidewalk in a strange neighborhood. I got no money. I got no body. And that's when I knew that I was bipolar. Screw it, I don't care. So I said, I'm going to get her ass. So I started going to houses and knocking on the door and saying, my mother abandoned me. Could I live with you? Next house. My mother abandoned me. Could I live with you? God dang. She drove really fast around the block, came back and goes, I'm repenting. Get in the car. Get in the car. I said, no, I'm going to walk slow. I might go to this next house. Looks like the sheriff lives there. That's my poor mom. So anyway, those are my stories of me being kicked out, and she wanted me dragged and tied to a tree. This father, outrageous, ties the child to a tree, so at least the kid didn't go out in traffic. And then the sad story of the dog. It was innocent, and Jed felt really bad, and all the kids felt really bad. So anyway, that dog does not have health in the navel, marrow in the bones, strength in the loins and in the sinews. He didn't have any power in the priesthood. Be upon him and his posterity through all generations of time and throughout all eternity. His posterity stopped that day on his way to seminary, and I bet he wished he'd never gone to the Mormon seminary that morning. Bart's gone.